5. We should be. Come on, YouTube, come on. There we are. We are live. Hello everyone, I am so sorry for the delay. I had a race before this which was a wet Singapore where we had lobby issues at the start. So yeah, you can imagine. But I'm here now, and let me post my stream in the Discord. Okie dokie. Right, we are back. So, hello everyone, welcome to USA. Yeah, I'm here eventually. Looks like Avi has taken provisional pole for now with a 132.8. We've got a 16 car grid today, which isn't too bad at all. Ayrton is still in the pits. Speed Alcoholic is not here. That's interesting. Was he meant not to be here? Let me find out. Tier 1 race sign up. Speed Alcoholic. Oh yeah, Speed Alcoholic can't make it today. So does that mean a very simple win for NER Ayrton? We're gonna have to wait and see. But for the moment, it's Avi who's fairly convincingly on pole position. Let me get all of that sorted, and we are in. So I'm going to ride on board with, let's go with Major. He's always a quick driver in elite settings, so round he comes through the final sector now. Got yellow flags, it looks like just a car letting others through. So here comes Major, round the final sector he comes. Last couple of corners, always gone very deep there, that's going to lose him a lot of time. Scott has retired unfortunately from the session. Looks like at the S's he's made a mistake. Major de Sola goes P5 for now, and 36.0, so he's definitely going to be looking to improve on that. Neil and Aces, by the way, 3rd and 4th on the medium tyres. Aces only, well, I say only, about 1.4 seconds down on the pole time on the mediums at the moment, but I think there's a lot of improvements to come. Patty Pat's just about to come across the line in the Aston Martin. He goes P8 for now, 36.7. Fair way off the pace. But he is on the mediums. I'm sure he's going to be looking to improve. Plevs. Let's have a look at Plevs. He had a very unlucky race last time out in Monza. As he locks up into that corner, very easy to do, especially on elite settings. Yeah, he had a really good qualifying. He took advantage of the changing conditions and got a really good qualifying in. And then in the race it was all looking good, and then just a small incident where just got on the wrong side of the corner as someone was overtaking and ended up in the wall. So he'll be looking for an improvement today. He comes around for 1 minute 33.1. He goes into P2, just 0.3 off the Red Bull of Avi for now. With a purple sector 3, may I add. Eat Apple, by the way, goes into P1, 200ths ahead of Avi. So the Haas driver, the Dutch Haas driver, into the lead at the moment. Looks like that's Racing Wheel. He's about to start a lap. Is that Patty Pat coming round to the end of his lap? No, it's Lostock. Is he on a lap? No, he's coming into the pits. So let's ride on board with Amir, who's on the mediums at the moment. He's just coming into the final sector now. Goes around this tricky section of corners. It's very off camber, so it's hard to find the grip, and it seems endless where you're in sort of no grip mode. But he eventually eventually makes it in. Around the final couple of corners, chucks it in, but goes a little bit deep with his braking. And same for the final corner. Round he comes. It's going to be a 34.7 for Amir. He's not going to be happy with that at all. 34.7 into P7 for now. But a long way off where he really should be, I think. So he's definitely going to be going out again. NER Ayrton, this is the man to watch. He, the current championship leader, the winner of the last race in Monza, and he looks very fast. And without Speed Alcoholic around, it's going to be very tough for anyone to keep up with him, I think. But round he comes, the final few corners now to begin his lap. Zuber has just started his lap. He goes a purple sector 1, in fact. So Zuber looking like he's on the pace at the moment. Is that Racing Wheel coming across the line? He's invalidated though, so who is next? Is it Patty Pat? Yes, it is. He is 3/10 up on his previous time, Patty Pat, so see if he can improve. He goes very deep, very wide out of there, just about lifts on the throttle just enough to not invalidate his lap. And he comes to the final couple of corners. He needs to not go too deep, but also not brake too early. You've got to get it absolutely spot on to not lose loads of time through there. He goes wide through the final corner as well. Does improve, but only up to P10. Just ahead of Ted for now, but still on the mediums. It's not something he'll be too unhappy with. Although if he does end up out of the top 10, which seems likely at the moment, then it's not gonna be too good for him, because the medium strategy is one that you want to take when you're in the top 10 for qualifying, so it doesn't feel like you've wasted a qualifying. Round comes Ayrton. Here he comes, the man to watch. He's coming into the third sector now. Round the fight, these flat out turns around here, you've got to stick to the inside as much as you can. Round to the final two corners, that was perfect through there. The final corner now hits the apex very well. Round he comes. This is going to be a fantastic lap. It's a 31.7, and yeah, I did say he was the man to watch. I did say I struggle to see anyone keeping up with him today, with Speed Alcoholic not here, and lo and behold, he goes up into P1 by over a second. What happened to you, Scott? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, I saw you DNF'd at the S's, so just sort of overestimated your grip. Will's Taravillo, is that Neil? He's on an outlap. Is that Racing Wheel coming across the line? No, he's not. Who is coming across the line? Ted is starting an outlap, or ending an outlap. We've got Will's Taravillo, he's coming into the pits. This is Zuba coming across the line for another lap. It's going to be a 33.8, sorry. Oh no, it was a 33.9, so he didn't improve, unfortunately, for the Alpine driver. I'm not sure if my time up there is actually accurate. I'll have to make sure. Back end came out. I blame your setup. Well, good to hear people are using my setups, but yeah, it's a tricky one. You've got to be quite careful with it. New to the wheel as well, 3 days in. Ooh, yeah, that's always tricky when you're on a new wheel. But yeah, you'll get the hang of it pretty soon, I'm sure. Aces versus Kings almost slides through the S's there. I'm not sure if he's on a lap or not. He is. He's 2/10 up, so he's gone again. We're right on board with the Mercedes as he comes to the main straight. Down to this last corner, this corner very easy to lock up here, but Aces gets his braking spot on, goes into first gear, in fact, just for that extra turn in, and down onto this very long straight. We're going to see a lot of overtakes down here. I do remember having a race around here where I overtook Aces, this man right here, on this straight on the last lap of the last race of the season, to take P2 in the championship. That was great. A great race that was. But enough about me. Aces versus Kings coming around to the final sector now. He's purple through sector 2. He gets a little bit squirmy out of there though. Not the exit he would have wanted. He nearly invalidates there as well. Sticks to the inside. Plevs gets a 5-place grid penalty for a collision. I'll have to... didn't quite catch that one, but I'm sure that'll be in the stewards. Here comes Aces round to the final corner. Gets it spot on. Down he comes. It's P6 for now for the Mercedes at 33.2. He won't be too unhappy with that. It's okay. Very different, but improving every day. It's a good challenge. Give him a thumbs up. Well-deserved rest. Yeah, it's... The transition from controller to wheel is something else. It takes a while to get used to, but it makes the game so much more fun. So NER Ayrton, by the way, back on an outlap again. So he obviously thinks he can go faster, or doesn't feel comfortable with the lap he has, which I doubt. So I think he's just showing off at this point. Major de Sola, is he on a lap? Oof, very lucky not to invalidate there. He must have lifted just enough. He's 5/10 up, but it goes very deep there on the medium tyres. He's going to be wanting to get himself into... Oh dear, that was very poor. I think he's backed out actually, so he's going to be attempting to go again, but I'm not sure he has enough time if that clock is indeed accurate. We'll have to see. Is Amir on a lap? Is he? Yes, I think he is. So, we're right on board with the reigning champion of ESRL Tier 1, Amir E77. Down he comes. He trades Mercedes for Red Bull this season, along with his previous championship rival Avi. He's 1.5 seconds up, so current pace is a 33.2, which would put him around P5-6 or so. So he's going to need to improve a bit more if he wants to get up with his teammate in the top 2 rows. Racing Wheel has been disqualified for going the wrong way. It happens. Yeah, it happens. The game can be like that sometimes. But at least it means Scott isn't last. But here comes Amir around the final corner. It's a 32.2. There we go. Much better. So he did really not have a good third sector on that previous lap. And that's a huge improvement from the Red Bull. And indeed, that is the end of the session. The clock was accurate, so NER Ayrton is on a lap. He's going to be the last across the line by the looks of it. Round the S as he comes. Is he going to be able to improve? Amir is within 5/10 of him. He's gone purple again. It's just under half a tenth above his previous best. Or faster than his previous best. Round he comes to Sector 2. Brake hard for this corner. And hit the apex, get round, wide exit, and he's done exactly that. Onto this big straight DRS open, all the way down. It's going to get up to 200 miles an hour as he comes to the corner. Not quite, because the downforce is very high on this track, 197. But he does brake very well, hits the apex. No lockups from the AlphaTauri. He's 5/10 up on his previous best. He's going even faster, gets a slide out of... Now that corner very easy to do with the camber difference. But round he comes, the final sector now. Wide to the inside. Don't invalidate here, he doesn't. Comes round to the final couple of corners. Rils Taravillo goes into P3 with a 32.7. Good lap from the other AlphaTauri. But here comes Ayrton, the championship leader. Last time's winner, it's a 31.2. He's restored his 1 second advantage over P2. And... I'm not going to be taking back what I said earlier about him being pretty much unbeatable. I think it's going to be a battle for P2 today. Filthy from Ayrton. I couldn't agree more. Absolutely filthy. But Amir's into the pits, so that will be that for qualifying. Ayrton on pole position by what can only be described as a mile. With Amir's going to be lining up next to him on the front row. Our reigning champion in the Red Bull. Very good lap from him, 32.2. Rils Taravillo will be P3 in the other AlphaTauri, so good day for AlphaTauri at the moment. Ian Apple in P4 in the Haas. Good result for him. Avi in P5. So Red Bull are up there as well. Plevs is down in P6, but he's going to be taking that 5-place grid penalty, so he's going to drop to P11 in the end. But those are your qualifying positions. I'll keep going down. Ace is P7. Of course, he's going to go up to P6, along with Lostock in P7. Well, what will be P7, Zuba P8, Neil P9, and Major De Sola will be in P10 on the medium, so he'll be happy with that. Wumax in strategic pole Plevs in strategic pole position in P11. Wumax P12. Patty Pat down in P13. Ted quite a way off in P14. And then Scott, of course, with the DNF and Racing Wheel disqualified for going the wrong way. It can happen. Get Ayrton in APPF1. No, he would... well, I mean, for Tier 1, yeah, but he would destroy everyone in Elite. He would be good in Tier 1. Force them to go in Tier 1, it's the only fair thing. Yeah. They would work very well in Tier 1. Ayrton would be right at the top. He's basically a speed, but maybe even a little bit faster than speed. We're still waiting at this black screen. That might be a me problem. I might have to leave and rejoin. I hope not. It might be a me issue, because I joined in the middle of qualifying. Speed's quick enough. Yeah, he's like a more consistent speed. Just trying to find out if the session has started or if I need to leave, or both. If I do need to leave, I'll have to stop and restart the stream as well, so do keep that in mind. I think this might be a me problem. So what I'm going to do is, well, make sure I have an invite ready. I do. Okay. What I'm going to do is, I think, leave and rejoin, but that means closing the game, sadly. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'll be